So in this video we're going to talk about writing proportions. So we're given that 8 rubber stamps cost $10.16. So what we can do is we can set up a proportion, and we can say that let's just say the cost per stamp, so that would be dollars over stamps. So let's say that 10.16, because that's the dollars, over 8. So $10.16 for 8 stamps, and then we want to find an equation for the price of 4 stamps. And then we have a little X over here. So let's see if we find this equation over here in the answers. If not, we might have to switch things up a bit. So X. Alright, so no such luck this time. Alright, essentially what we can do is we can kind of move these around. We can cross multiply and divide and whatnot. So we can, this whole equation would be the same if we multiply both sides by 4. So this 4 would go away, it would move up top over here, and then we divide both sides by 10.16. So you can pretty much swap places over here. And you can also swap places doing the same process. So let's see if we get anything. Essentially, because there's a lot of different options over here, essentially if the 10 and the 16, if the $10.16 are on opposite sides as the 4 stamps, and then the 4 and the 8 are on the same side, so if you can cross multiply and divide, so if you can cross multiply 4 by 10.16 and then divide by 8, that'll bring you your X value, no matter how these are located. So let's see, 4 times 8, no, that's not going to work. 4 times 10.16 divided by 8, that looks like that'll work. Let's check any of these other ones to make sure. So X times 10.16, 4 times 8, no, that's not going to work. And that's not going to work either. So this should be your right answer. Okay, so let's try this one. 6 binders for $4.92. So let's do the same thing. Dollars over binders. So we have $4.92, and that's over 6 binders. And then for the price of 7 binders, so you have X amount of dollars. So if we can cross multiply 7 and $4.92 and then divide by 6, that'll get us our X value. So let's take a look and see if we can find something like that. So 7 times $4.92, 7 by 492 divided by 6, there we go. And we'll try this again. No, and no, and no. Alright, so we have our answer over here. Let's do another one. Alright, so 6 glue sticks, $11.04. So we doing the same thing, $11.04. And that's over 6, and we'll say that's glue sticks. And then the price for 14 glue sticks, that's going to be on the same row over here, and we're left with X dollars. Alright, so we're going to cross multiply 14 and $11.04, and then we're going to divide by 6. That'll give us our ratio. And just to remind you again, the way we could do that is we'd multiply both sides by 14, so the 14 would move over here, and this would disappear. And then we would divide both sides by $11.04, so that would go back over here. And then you can also do the same thing over here. You can multiply both sides by 6, and the 6 would go over here, divide both sides by x, and that's what we'd be left with. Okay, so let's try this out. 14 times 11.04. Okay, so they'd have to be crisscrossed from each other. So that's not going to work. That's not going to work. That's not going to work. So 14 times 11.04 and then divided by 6. So there we go. Alright, so hopefully this is getting easy. So $5.48 for 4 rubber stamps, and then 13 rubber stamps are going to cost X amount of dollars. So we're going to multiply 13 by 5.48 and divide by 4. So crisscross, alright, that's not going to work. 13 times X, that's not going to work. 13 times 4, that's not going to work. 13 times 4, well, that's not going to work either. So let's double check over here, and I don't see any of the answers. So there we go. Alright, let's try the next one. And this is the last one. So we have $5.70 over 6 folders. And we have 5 folders, and we want to know what the cost of that would be. So we have X dollars. Okay, so we can look at this. 5 times $5.70 divided by 6. So let's try that. So $5 times 570 divided by 6. So there we go. Let's double check to make sure. So 5 times 6, 5 times 6, 5 times X. So this should be the right answer. Alright. So hopefully that helped you out. If you have any questions, just let me know.